it, you can get started.
Arene koyen name oksong mingaksanga sa kaya dito kataw yung nakamatak ba oksong medre tumasok kitaw at koyen name tapo yung nangita si Varakisyan ito sa kataw mata Jagmeet na kovegit lata para tabane o katak katigin niya ako. First of all, thank you so much, and thank you to the people of Joe Haven for coming in and watching from the chambers. I'm joining in from Joe Haven with my team as well, Jack Anawak and Marley Dunkers. We're very excited to have this Zoom call with you, and I'm excited to be part of releasing what will be released later today. Welcome, Jagmeet.
Thank you so much, Lori, and to everyone tuning in. Thank you, Kianamek. Thank you, thank you. I'm honored to be here, and I've got to say, Lori is an incredible candidate. Her story is a story of resilience, of perseverance, and success. Someone who pursued a legal career later on in life, and now is a lawyer. Someone who's a passionate voice for people in Nunavut. Someone who's raised a family. She is someone that I am inspired by, and I think that people across Canada are already inspired by and will be. And I know she'll be an incredible, powerful voice for the people of Nunavut and for the Nunavut people. So I'm so excited to have you on the team, Lori. And today we're really excited. We want to launch our ad in Inuktitut. We think this is a really important initiative to make sure we've got an ad that's in the language, that's in Inuktitut. So for me, that's just a really beautiful moment. I'm really excited and honored. I also wanted to let folks know I'm coming to you from Sioux Lookout, which is on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe people, and it's in the Lac Seul First Nation. So that's where I am right now, and I just wanted to acknowledge where I am and the nation that I'm, and lots of the community members that I've met and that I'm with right now in Sioux Lookout. And with that, we're excited. Lori, should we show them the commercial? Let's do it. Okay, let's run the ad. Back to you, Ali. Let's run it. Really excited to present this for the first time. This is going to be our ad in Inuktitut. You're seeing it for the first time right now on for folks tuning in live. You're seeing it right now, and we're really excited to share it.
The biggest influence in my life is my mom. She taught me that we're all one, that we're all connected. And it's what drives me forward to fight for people, keep the planet healthy, end racism and injustice, and make the ultra rich pay their fair share so we can have the health and childcare we need and homes we can afford. That's what governments can do. Optimistic? Yeah, because I know better is possible.
So we got it with the Inuktitut subtitles. We were able to get that up. And for folks who are wondering, I got this question, Lori. When I did this, when I was going to a community, someone asked me if that was really my mom or if there was an actor. No, it was no actor. That was my mom. And they said, "Oh, what food was in there? Was it pretend food or was it real food?" And it was food that I actually cooked. So my mom taught me how to cook, and now I'm the one who does most of the cooking. With me and my wife, I'm the one who loves to cook. So it was like a pad thai kind of noodle dish. And for folks, Lori, I'll do this. I promise next time we come to Nunavut. But when I was in Iqaluit, we had an event, and I cooked food for the people that came to the event because I wanted to just yeah. So I thought it would be a cute thing to do. So we cooked some food, and it was an honor to be able to share that with the people. So next time I come, Lori, I'll be doing some cooking. So find me a place where I can do that, and I'd love to cook some dishes for the people.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to welcome you to Nunavut and make sure that many of us enjoy your fabulous cooking, I'm sure.
That's awesome. So next, Lori, wanted to talk about some of the issues that are impacting Nunavut and Nunavummiut. So did you want to let's start going through some of our commitments, some of the things that are important in terms of how we can focus on the needs of people and how we can respond to those needs.
Mhm. Before I get into those three priorities, I just wanted to comment on the ad and how important it is that I I think it is that you've had the Inuktitut subtitles in the ad. I think that is very much a huge show of respect for Indigenous people, a huge show of respect for Inuit. When as we all know, Nunavut is 85% Inuit, and we still hold on to our language as much as we can. So seeing Inuktitut and promoting Inuktitut on TV whenever we can is very important. So I really appreciate that you and the NDP have made an effort to make sure our Inuktitut language is also prominent for the NDP. So kayanamit for that.
My honor.
The three, yeah, Ila. The three priorities that I've been focusing on in my campaign are very much about showing my respect and acknowledgement for the heritage that I have as an Inuk. I've lived all my life in Nunavut. I've only left Nunavut to go to school to further my education. I did my undergrad in Thunder Bay, and I remember actually going to Suluka with my First Nations friends to go visit their
Oh, nice.
family. You're in a beautiful place. I loved it when I Suluka. So as an Inuk, one of my first priorities, having experienced life outside of Nunavut as well, having to leave Nunavut. I've experienced challenges and racism as well. So for me, my first priority is all about redefining our relationship with the federal government. I think that more often we need to be talking about the strengths that we have as Inuit, as Indigenous people. We know that the federal government, as Indigenous people, we don't need to be the only ones asking for more services or more resources. We need to be negotiating in a position of power because we know that we have resources that the federal government wants as well. So my main approach to working as an MP will definitely be to redefine that relationship that we have with the federal government. The second main priority area is very understandably bringing more housing and infrastructure to Nunavut. We've all heard that housing is a major issue. We've all heard that having access to the internet is a major issue. And both of these important priority areas have a huge impact on our mental health. So addressing mental health within those streams as well will be quite important to us. And the third priority area that I wanted to mention is protecting our land. As we know that climate change is having a huge impact already in Nunavut. I've been hearing many Nunavut talk about the changes that they've experienced in the seasons, in the way that the wildlife are migrating, the patterns seem to be changing, either that or there seems to be a loss of wildlife. So addressing climate change and working harder for environmental protection will be quite important in my mandate, if hopefully I do get one, and just making sure that we're doing better to have environmental assessment processes that respect and acknowledge Inuit as Inuits as stewards of our environment. We know what we're talking about when it comes to our land. So we need to make sure that our voice is heard whenever there are interests in our land. So those are the three main areas that I wanted to speak about today with you.
Thank you, Lori. I think those are really important. You know, the first, making sure the relationship is redefined. I think it is so important to acknowledge the relationship has been one of injustice, of unfairness, of exploitation, and that relationship has to change. So I think that's really powerful. I remember when I read Mumulak's report on housing in Nunavut and the really horrible condition. So not only do we need to build more homes and invest in building those homes, we also need to repair and upgrade the existing homes that are in sometimes really horrible condition. So that's really important, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. And when you mentioned the North being really impacted by the climate crisis, you're so right. We are seeing that the North is warming up faster than other parts, far faster than the South. So when people tell you that it's impacting the wildlife, it's impacting the way of life, It's impacting the sea in terms of the ice and how long that ice lasts. There's lots of changes happening, and that's why more than many other communities, the North is being directly impacted by the climate crisis, and the climate change is impacting the way of life and the livelihood and access to food in a really profound way. So these are things that I'm committed to, absolutely. In your travel so far, uh, which one are you hearing a lot from people? Which one comes up a lot?
Definitely, housing comes up every time. It's always the first one.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's not just about increasing more housing, but it's also renovating the existing homes,
Right.
making sure we're addressing the mold crisis. Everyone's appreciated that Mubila has been heard. I've been telling everyone that she did a great report, and that with the great work that she did on housing, that NDP did a great job making sure that it becomes a priority area.
Mm-hmm.
Next election as well. So we really appreciated that. A lot of individuals have also talked about mental health, of course, and finding ways to make sure that we could increase mental health services, not just by flying in more mental health workers, but making sure that we're respecting and acknowledging the elders who can provide mental health care services, and acknowledging lay counselors that are considered volunteer workers, but to find a way to incorporate them within our health system so that there can be more reliance within our communities to help support each other, which we know are all huge foundations and value systems within the New Democratic Party, is to really make sure that we're empowering our communities and finding ways to enhance capacities within our communities as well.
I think that's such a great example of how the solution has to be one that works for Nunavut and works for Nunavummiut. So, having a fix that doesn't acknowledge the power of having an elder sit down and speak with someone, share knowledge, share teachings, share culture and culturally appropriate uh, teachings and healing. I think it is so appropriate. And I would love that idea of incorporating elders into mental health, because sitting down with someone who has experience and has lived it and can share with a young person or someone going through a mental health crisis, to give them the sense of self-worth, that where you come from, the language and the teachings and the way of life, there's something very powerful about that, and it would really help, I can imagine, a lot of people. So I think that's an incredibly powerful thing for us to move forward with. Mental health is really important. I know that Mumulak raised this a lot, and Lori, you've mentioned the mental health toll that is on a lot of people in a lot of communities, and we want to make sure we're helping people, saving lives, and providing them with the care they need, mental health services, and better quality of life. We know if someone has good housing and a good job, a good stable life, it impacts obviously their mental health, and it'll help improve the quality of life and help save lives.
Mhm. For sure. Another issue that I've been hearing repeatedly is making sure that we can keep our elders in our communities. There's a huge concern that too many elders are being sent to other communities, or even south to Ottawa, and they end up being stuck in places where their families can't visit them because the cost of air travel is too expensive, and the only way to visit elders that have been sent to elders facilities in other communities is to fly to them. So a lot of the communities, many of the communities have told me that we need to make sure that we find more ways to keep our elders within our communities, because not only are valuable to us in our own culture, they are very important for making sure that our culture can keep going and our Inuktitut language can keep going. But because of the struggles and the challenges that they've already experienced, then we need to do the best that we can to keep them comfortable and safe within our communities as well.
It makes a lot of sense, Lori. We knew in the pandemic, it exposed a lot of problems in the way we care for our elders, and the fact that elders in Nunavut have to leave their communities behind, it hurts not just the elder who feels disconnected, but the people, their family miss out on having their elders in their community, learning from them, spending time with them. So both sides, it's an impact. On both sides, it hurts both the seniors and the families they end up leaving behind because there's nowhere for them to be cared for. So I think that's a really important point as well. And another reason why we want to really invest in long-term care. We need to make sure that people can stay in their communities with the best quality care and the families can be nearby. I think that's so important.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I don't know how much more you want me to share. I have a whole book that I've been traveling with that I've been taking notes. I
Oh,
keep
wow.
getting all filled a lot of notes from great input from so many agencies. I've met with co-op board members. I've met with hunters and trappers organizations. I've met with hamlet counselors. I've gone and visited with students in high schools
Wow.
and made visits. So it's been a wonderful experience so far. A lot of great support from many Nunavut. So it's been a great honor to do what I can to keep working hard to make sure that we're seeing more success stories coming out of Nunavut.
I think we need to do that. Maybe tell me, well, maybe we'll wrap it up with just two more communities. If you can tell me a little bit about what the high school students told you, and then maybe a little bit of what the trappers and the hunters told you, because I know that's a really important way of life in the north. So maybe those two groups, tell me a little bit about what you've heard from them, and maybe we can share that with the folks.
Yeah, so I've visited with high schools in Clyde River, and I had a Zoom meeting with the high school in Baker Lake. And the high school students in Baker Lake were great. They asked really challenging questions. They, of course, asked about housing as well as what politics really means,
Mm.
how different are how different are the parties really, how different is the NDP compared to the liberals and the conservatives. So they seemed quite prepared and challenging me to make sure that they're keeping me on my toes. They're paying attention. I think the youth are doing, they really know, they know that it feels like they've been listening to us when we tell them that they are the future and they have to take these things seriously. And I got a really good sense that, especially the youth in Baker Lake, where Mumilak is from, they asked really challenging questions, and I'm looking forward to going back there in the next few days.
Oh, very good.
The hunters and trappers organizations that I've met with have all talked about their concerns in regard to the changes that they're seeing with wildlife, especially in Inlet, where the Mary River mine is, and they talked at length about the concerns that they have for the whales disappearing and not having as many whales as there has been. They shared a great idea about the Nutrition North program. They were saying that Nutrition North needs to change. Maybe one of the ways that it could change is to incorporate the Nutrition North program to include the hunters and trappers organizations, because the HTOs provide necessary food. They provide country food. Is still very important part of our diet. So I really like that idea in Condon where they said this would, because they provide food for elders and for the whole community, that Nutrition North program should include having funds going to the HTOs as well.
That's a really interesting idea and really important for sustainability, making sure people have access to country food, food that is part of the traditional way of eating, the traditional way of life, and a lot of benefits I could see flow from that. So that's a really great idea. Lori, this is I'm glad we were able to have this chat and go over some of the things that you've heard from people, some of our priorities. I want folks to know that for us this is something really important. For me as a leader, I want to be an ally. I want to work with Nunavut. I want to work with the people of Nunavut. I want to fight hard to make sure you get human rights, dignity, respect, housing, and I'm going to fight as hard as I can to make sure that happens. Lori is an incredible voice. She will fight really hard alongside our team to make sure you get the justice that you deserve, and we're here for you every step of the way. So I'm just really honored and thankful that Lori and I could have this chat and we could share some of this and what we've heard from people, what you've heard from people. This is a really great opportunity, Lori.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate the time that you've taken. I know how busy you are in your travels as well. So this call is quite important, and I'm so glad that residents of Joe Haven came here to at least listen in so that they could see that you've taken Nunavut very seriously and that you're paying attention to what our issues are as well.
Of course, of course. I'm honored, and I have to spend some time with you again soon. Hopefully, when you're a member of parliament, we'll go back out and do a tour and meet people.
Yes, absolutely. I look forward to it.
That would be amazing. Thanks so much. Kianamek. Oh, wait, we have to learn some language. You have to teach me a couple more words.
Okay.
So I know Kianamek, and you taught me a new one, but I
Yes.
forgot it now. How are you?
So, yes, how are you is Kanepe.
Kanupi.
Yeah.
Now,
And
help
then
me get my
maybe
pronunciation
another
better. How do I say it better?
Kanepe.
Kanuipi.
You got it. You have a good ear.
I love the language. It's beautiful. Kanuipi.
Yeah. Yeah. So another one I was thinking of sharing with you because that commercial started with your mom being in the video with you.
Yeah.
So in Inuktitut we say Anana,
Anana.
mother.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Yeah.
word for mother. Anana.
Yes. And
Wow.
then when you talk about her, you can say Ananaga.
Ananaga.
Yeah. So Ananaga means my mother.
Oh, Ananaga. Ananaga taught me
Yes.
many things. She taught me many things.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I hope.
Ananaga.
Yeah.
You know, in my language, in my
Yeah.
mom's language, Anana means mother. Nani means grandmother on my mom's side. So there's some
Oh
similar
wow.
sound. Anana and Nani.
Yes. Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's cool. Ananaga.
Yeah. Eh, Nani. Nani in Inuktitut is to find something. When you found something, you say nani. So nani yaka, I found this book. So
Naniyaga, I
nani
found
is
this book. Naniyaga Lori
yeah.
Adlut. I found Lori Adlut. She's amazing.
Good. I
That,
learned it's amazing.
thank you, thank you. I love the language. It's beautiful. We'll learn more, Lori. You'll have to teach me more. We'll work on it together.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing.
Ayun eh.
Okay, well, once again, a big
Yeah.
thank you, Kianamech, to everybody. And I'm honored to chat with you, Lori. I can already feel how amazing you'll be to carry the tradition of fighting for Nunavut the way we have as New Democrats. I'm really honored to have you on the team.
Yes, Kuya Namig, and safe travels.
Thank you. We'll chat again soon. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Take care.